Hi, my name is Julia, and I wanted to come back on and tell you a few more things that I can do. I forgot to tell them in the other one, but I can cross stitch, diamond paint, sew, and quilt. And then I wanted to show you a few things that I've made for Christmas presents so far this year. And I made these little power up things from Mario Kart. My nephew likes them. And I have the blue one, and a green one, and a yellow one, and a red. I made them in two different sizes because I figured he would probably like that since it's Mario Kart. And then I've made a whole bunch of soap sacks, and they're from Jada and Stitches. And then I made some hair scrunchies, and I put them on this paper towel roll so they will hold their shape till Christmas because I don't want them to get all bunched up and messed up. And here is some more. I made like 40, I think. And then I made the little baby in the family a little brown play rug. It's made out of cotton. And I put a crab stitch border on it. And I used a Secret Yarneries video. She made a round blanket, but instead of making it as big, I just made it small so the baby could use it. And I made it out of cotton because cotton washes better than acrylic. And I know he'll get a lot of tummy time out of it. Then I have my gigantic Tunisian crochet, and it's all glitter yarn. Pink, brown, green, gray, and this end's got turquoise, red, and white. And for the border, I did 2 rounds of double crochets and done the crab stitch. I just like the way the crab stitch looks. It looks good whenever you put it on the bed. I learned how to do the crab stitch from Mikey. Then I made a pot holder. I made this several years ago. I think I got the pattern from Nostalgia, but I'm not positive, but I think I did. And then I made 2 necklaces for the little girls in the family using bunches of different beads. And then I made quite a few dream catchers. This pattern, on the inside pattern, is from Jada and Stitches. Or I believe this one's Sarah Satch. And it's got all pink beads. Then I made a little keychain. And I just used the first few rows of the Sarah Satch pattern and made it. And it's got pink and green and beads on it. And then this one is from Jada and Stitches. And this is the yarn that I got from, one of the ones I got from Crystal at Bag O' Day that I won. And it's got yellow and green and brown beads. I tried to make it look like a sunflower because someone in my family loves sunflowers, and that's what they done their kitchen in. So I thought, well, she would like that, so I made it. This is a pattern from Sarah Satch. There was as a placemat pattern, but I used it to put in here. And this is another yarn that I got from Bag O' Day. And it's got yellow, pink, and white beads. This is another pattern. It's the same one by Sarah Satch. And it's purple. And it has sparkle beads, pink, purple, and then it's got turquoise and wood buttons. And this was the very first one that I made. I can't remember where I got it, but I just wanted to see if I could make one. So that was my very first one. And then this one is another one of Jada's patterns. It's red with blue and purple sparkle beads. I don't know how good my lighting is. It's kind of been raining here all day, so there's another one of Jada's. And no, wait a minute. This one is Sarah Satch too, or placemat. And it's got like chrome beads, brown and pink. And that's yarn that I got from Walmart. It's the Medallion yarn. Then this one is one of my patterns. And the yarn came from Hobby Lobby sale. It was the hand painted yarn that they had on their big clearance sale. And it's got yellow with white and blue and pink beads to match the colors of the yarn. And this one I got from Hooked in Loops. And it's one of them Yarn Bee super fine. It was on the Walmart clearance, or the Hobby Lobby clearance also. I got pearl beads at the top. Then it's got black and white. And blue sparkle and a little chrome one at the end. I don't know how well you can see that. And then this is my very first pattern that I made up on my own. It's like a spider web. And it just all has purple beads. All different shades of purple beads. And here's another one. I got this pattern from Hooked in Loops. Or Wizard of Loops, that's the name of it. And it's got wooden orange, and it's got brown and cream and a pink up here at the top. And then here's another one of the same pattern. And it's got wooden beads and one big white bead. Hopefully you can see it good. And then I made this one. And it come from Wizard of Loops. It's like the granny stitch. And it's got turquoise beads and white beads put together. This one I made for the order, but the woman hasn't showed up yet. But she will, because she was related to me. And then I made this one. And it's another one of Jada's patterns. And then it has light pink, purple, and 2 wooden beads. I did make another dream catcher, but I done gave it away. I put one of them big old eyeball. Looks like a girl. It's got pink and all that. The eyeball is right in the center of it for a little girl that I know. And then I made knitted washcloths. I made 64 of these for Christmas presents. And now I'm going to show you what I'm working on. Here is the Grinch. There's the front of him. I crocheted the arms in instead of having to sew them on. It's a lot easier that way. And the back of him, he's got like little stubby things for the heel. And I can't remember whose pattern this is that I'm using. But I just have the head left and the Santa hat and the Lewis face. And then my next thing after that, I'm going to work on a Chucky. My son loves Chucky from the Chucky movies. He bought him a great big one, I think, at the mall. And he said, Mama, can you make me a Chucky? I said, I can try. If I can find a pattern, I'll make you one. If not, I'll have to make one up. But I found a pattern. And I will make sure that I write her name down so I can tell you who it is. And then I have a knit blanket that I'm working on for his girlfriend. I don't know if I'm going to get it done, but I'm going to try. He just now got the girlfriend. It's his very first. But I did make her some of them scrunchies and one of them dream catchers. Just in case I don't get it done, I'll just tell him that I'll get it done. When I get it done, I'll call him and he can come and give it to her. I'll just let her know that I have one more present. I just couldn't get to it. Because I've had a whole lot of things happen. Like, I had to take my dad to the doctor. Then I had to take him to the hospital. And they put him in the hospital. Or the ambulance had to come and get him. And take him to the hospital. And this is the week of Thanksgiving. So it was last week. So I spent all week, even Thanksgiving, in the hospital seeing my dad. And then I come home and I had to fix a ham to take to my fiance's house, Dad's house. And we had to end up taking him to the hospital. They didn't keep him, though. They gave him antibiotics and some fluids and prescribed him an oil antibiotic to take it home. He's getting along pretty good. My dad got to come home Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. He says he's doing okay, but he's had 2 oxygen machines, and they've not been good ones. And this last one, when the guy come out to change it because it had been 5 years since he's been on oxygen. Well, when he took the filter out, it had black mold. And this makes his 4th machine that he's gotten. 3 of them, one of them blew up the first day we got it. Then he had another one and it blew up. And this last one, the guy said it shouldn't even been put in my dad's house. And it had black mold all in the filters. And see, these oxygen machines take 2 filters, one in the back and one in the front. The one in the back, we clean. You can wash it out and use it again. But the ones on the front is a bigger filter, and we didn't know where it was at, and we didn't know how to change it, and we kept telling them that we need somebody to come out here or send a fielder and tell us how to do it, and we couldn't get nobody to do it. So I had called, it's probably about 4 months ago, and I told him, I said, the wrench light is on my dad's machine, and I need somebody to come out and look at it. Well, when it come up his 5 years to get a new machine, that's when they decided to come out. Then they told him that I made a complaint, which I did not. I told Daddy, I said, you know me, if I was making a complaint, it would be a complaint. It wouldn't be, I need you to come look. And I called them because when he blows his nose, the black mold is coming out of his nose when he's blowing it. And I called and I told them, I said, there's probably more older people that this is happening to. I said, y'all need to come and service them. I said, y'all haven't been out to service my dad's machine since he's had it. I said, all you've done is come and replaced it and left. And I said, these older people can't speak for themselves. And I want to let y'all know what is going on. Because then they told Daddy that some other company was taking out money for the oxygen. And he has Humana, and Humana called him, and Humana said, we ain't going to pay but one company. So I had to ask them about that, and they said, we have merged. We're 3 companies in one, and that one is part of us. Because Daddy didn't want me to I didn't want to say anything if it was part of the same company, but he kept saying, it's not part of the same company. It's not part of the same company. So I just told my mom, I said, I'm just going to tell them nicely about it so that maybe they'll start coming out and checking people, because they could be in a lot of trouble over that. I mean, he almost died. That doctor told us that if he would have kept doing that, we would have lost him because it all went in his lungs. But at least one good thing that's coming of it, it is coming out since his hospital stay. Because I've been having to take him back and forth to the hospital since last spring for the same problem. I even had one doctor ask, what are you doing here? There's nothing wrong with him. I said, there is when he can't breathe. And he couldn't breathe even with that oxygen on. So they kept giving him other stuff and it just didn't work. So hopefully, I know this wasn't the best Thanksgiving, but hopefully they did help him enough to where he will feel better and get that out of his lungs. But to me, Thanksgiving is the time to spend together, not whether you get to eat or not. So I just had fun being with them and enjoying getting to have him another day. Because my fiance lost his mother last January, and it's been hard on him not having his mama to talk to. And I don't know what I'd do if I lost my mom, because she is my best friend. I can call and talk to her about anything. And she's my biggest fan when crocheting. She said, I used to know how to knit, but I forgot. I said, well, I can try and show you. She said, no. She said, I don't want to learn again. She said, you can do it for me. I said, well, that makes me feel good, Mama. I said, anything you want, you let me know and I'll make it. And I guess that is all that I have for today. I want y'all to all have an awesome day and be kind and keep a hooking. Bye.